Hello, this is the first unit in the upper intermediate level, and right now we're going to check the unit vocabulary together. Let's start with the first word. We have the word fateful. Fateful. Fateful means an important event that usually leads to something negative. For example, if I said the fateful day of President Kennedy assassination. The fateful day of President Kennedy's assassination. So I'm describing this day as something that like it was an important day, however, there was something negative that happened in it or after it. Or if I said he made the fateful decision to send in the troops. Or when you check the reading in the book, you will find that the boy, he lost his way home after the fateful nap he took on the train. So you can use the word fateful, which is an adjective, to describe an important and usually negative effect on the future, for something that has a negative effect on the future. The second word is hordes. Horde. Hordes. Now we have horde that means a large group of people. So I can say hordes of students on bikes made crossing the road difficult. Or if I said in their hordes, I can say that this means in great numbers. So when they heard that the concert was free, they came in their hordes. The third word, sleeping rough or living rough. So this means that someone is going to live outside their homes and sleep on the ground. For example, when we ran out of money, we slept rough for a week. So this means that we did not have any money and it was very difficult to like stay in a hotel or something. So I had to sleep rough. It means that I had to sleep in the street. Or to live rough, it's the same idea. Fend for himself. Fend for himself. If you need to fend for yourself, it means that you need to take care of yourself, usually because there is no one else to depend on. So you can say that now that the children are old enough to fend for themselves, we can go away on holiday by ourselves. So this means that the children can take care of themselves, can cook for themselves, can do everything and take care of themselves, so the parents could do something else without being worried about them. Or if you said, for example, that from my young age I had to fend for myself because my parents were not together anymore. So this is the meaning of the phrasal verb fend for yourself. Put up for adoption or put somebody up. If you said put somebody up, it means that you are trying to provide someone with a place to stay for a short time. For example, if you are traveling to your friend abroad and until you find your own flat, you can say that my friend is putting me up for a month. Or Sally is putting me up for the weekend. It means that I'm going to stay with her in her house. So, or you can also say that they are going to put up their dog for adoption, or they are going to put up their cat for adoption. It means that they are going to leave it with somebody to adopt the cat or the dog. Settle down well. Settle down well, it means that you're going to stay in a place where it's becoming more familiar and you feel more relaxed and confident in it. You know, like when your mother would tell you, when will you settle down and get married? So it means that when will you move to your own home and have, you know, a place where you could flourish in it and you feel happy in it. So you can say she quickly settled down in her new school, her new job, her new house. Or to start living in a place with your partner, with your spouse. So you can say, I'd like to settle down and have a family, but not now. Vivid memories. The word vivid means to describe something. It's an adjective that describes something that has a very powerful detail. Like I could vividly remember my first day in the school. So it means that I can remember it very clearly. Or if I said he gave a very vivid and shocking description of his time in prison. So it means that you could actually see what he's talking about from the description that was very clear and strong. He's one of those people with a very vivid imagination. Every time he hears a noise, he's convinced it's someone breaking in. So here I'm describing his imagination to be like really wide, that he thinks there is a problem every time he hears a noise. If I said she was wearing a vivid pink shirt, so it means that the color was very bright color. Vividly is the adverb. So vivid is an adjective, vividly is an adverb. So I can say I vividly remember my first day at school, my first day at work. I vividly remember my wedding day. So you can use this to describe something that was very strong and has clear, powerful image or a detailed image in your mind. Old and shabby. If you said the word shabby, it means that you're describing something. It's an adjective. You're describing something that it has a bad condition. He wore a shabby old overcoat. Her home is a rented one-bedroom flat in a shabby part of town. It means that the town she's in is not really nice. The refugees were shabby. It means that they wore old clothes. So the refugees were shabby and hungry. So they were having clothes that they are like in a bad condition. Struck gold, it means to make a success with something. Like, for example, the studio struck gold with their latest film. So here the struck is the past of strike. So struck gold with their latest film. You can say Mo Salah has struck gold with his last match, or to describe something or someone who had a great success with something recently. To stare blankly. So we have here two words. We have stare and we have blank. So stare, it means to look, especially in a focused way, and usually this is not really nice to do this, like to stare at someone in the street, or if someone is staring at you at the street, it would make you feel uncomfortable. Blankly, it means without any expression or understanding on your face. So for example, you can say that the students gave the teacher a blank stare, or when the teacher asked the students a question, they all had a blank expression on their face. So it means that they really didn't understand. Their faces were like, we don't understand. Blankly, he just stared blankly at me. Blankly here is an adverb. So blank, an adjective, blankly, an adverb. So he just stared blankly at me. Or you can have another example when you say, when she knew that her sister passed away, she was staring blankly. She had a blank expression on her face. She didn't know what to do. She was shocked. We have the word weather. So you know the meaning of the word weather when you're talking about the temperature, but you can also use it as a verb and as an adjective. So if you said, for example, rock is weathered by the action of ice and changes in temperature. So this means that you're using it here as a verb to mean that rock is changing in color or form after a long period of time because the weather changes. Or you can say that I saw her weathered face. I saw my mother's weathered face after so many years of traveling abroad. So it means that her face has changed and had wrinkles because she became old, and so this changed by aging and the weather and life. So this is the meaning of the word weather or weathered. So weather can be a noun or a verb, and weathered is an adjective. Grasp. So you can use the word grasp in 3 different ways. So you can say, for example, that someone is holding your hand tightly and firmly, like when I was crossing the street with my dad, I grasped his hand, so I was holding his hand tightly. Or I can say to take eagerly an opportunity, like if you grasp an opportunity, you take it eagerly. We must grasp every opportunity to strengthen economic ties with other countries. Or you can say, I'm gonna grasp every opportunity I have to grow my career, or to travel abroad, or to get a scholarship, or to get my promotion. So you can say to grasp is to take something eagerly, with enthusiasm. Or it could also mean to understand something usually that is difficult. So if you said the students couldn't grasp anything from the lecture, so it means they couldn't understand anything. Or I think I managed to grasp the main points of the lecture. So it means I think I managed to understand the main points of the lecture. So here you can use the word grasp in 3 different ways. You can use it for to hold on to someone's hand tightly, or to take an opportunity, to grasp an opportunity, or to understand something. The word venture, it's a verb. It means that you're going to risk something, or to risk going somewhere, doing something that could be dangerous, unpleasant, or you're going to say something that you're worried that it's going to be criticized. So you can say that after coronavirus, she rarely ventured outside because she was afraid of getting infected or getting sick. Or you can say she rarely ventured outside except when she went to stock up on groceries at the corner shop. So this means that she's doing something that she finds it a risk, especially in times that are critical, like when we had COVID-19. As we set off into the forest, we felt as though we were venturing into the unknown, or venturing forth into the unknown. So you can say that we are going through something that we don't know what will happen after that. Foul play. Foul play, you can use it for 2 ways. The one that you might be familiar with is in sport, when someone plays unfairly or acts against the rules. You know, like he got a warning because of his foul play. Or when you say, when you want to say that there was a criminal act that resulted in serious damage or injury, especially murder. For example, it's not clear what caused the explosion, but the police do not suspect foul play. And the last word we have, which is mousse. So mousse could be described, could be used to describe a light cold food made from eggs mixed with cream. So you can say that I like to get chocolate mousse or salmon mousse, or I can say that it's a creamy substance that you could use for your hair or your skin to improve your appearance. So you can say I'm using a very good styling mousse, or I'm buying a styling mousse for my hair from another country. So these are all the vocabulary for Unit 1. Now get ready for the video talking about the unit itself and going through the different pages like the listening and the reading and so on. So wait for the coming video.